What is going on, guys? My name is Baron or Developer B, and welcome back to episode 12 of the Bukkit coding tutorial series. And in this episode today, I'm going to show you guys how to use a sync delayed task. And pretty much what that is it is a task similar to the repeating task where a delay happens and it is delayed to run a certain line of code. And I'm going to show you guys how to use that in the UltimateSword plugin using a cooldown to use this command. And it's going to be really cool and useful, and it is a lot like countdown kind of, except you can't specify the time that is shown. I'll explain it to you in a second. It's kind of hard. So let's go ahead and say array list of player cooldown equals a new array list. And pretty much what this is going to be is the cooldown that the players are going to be inside, so we can keep track of all the players that are in the cooldown and out of the cooldown by doing this. So I'm going to write this, and you guys are going to see this, and hopefully it'll make sense. So pretty much what this is doing is we are checking if the player is not inside of the cooldown, and if they aren't, then they're obviously going to be allowed to run this command and get the ultimate sword, but they're going to be added to the cooldown. So we're going to go ahead and add them to the cooldown, and then they're going to be stuck in it forever if we just add them. So we have to remove them after a certain amount of time, and that is where the delayed task comes in. You can also do this using a repeating task with integers, and that's how you make the countdown for mini games and stuff. So it says 15 seconds remaining, 10 seconds remaining, but this is not the case. We are just making a cooldown that is untrackable, and it's just a certain amount of time, and you can't really see what number it's at. It's just going to end whenever it ends. So let's go ahead and say this. So it's pretty similar to the sync repeating task, and there it is right there. And we're going to say this for the plugin and create the lambda for the runnable. There we go. And then right here is where we put the delay time, and it's in ticks just like the repeating task, and we're just going to say 10 seconds again. We're not going to specify config because that's kind of redundant. We're only doing this for the delay time. We're not really specifying a message or anything, so it's kind of pointless to have a config. And it's really easier to change right here. So we are going to remove them from the cooldown. God, this is so annoying. Remove them from the cooldown after that's done. So now it's going to be an infinite loop. So pretty much if they're not in the cooldown, then they are added to the cooldown, and then they're removed from it again, and then it goes in this cycle every time they use the command. So they are only going to be able to use this command every 10 seconds, and they're not going to be able to spam this sword into their inventory. It's going to take some time to regenerate, a lot like kits, kind of, if you think about a cooldown with kits. So now if they are in the cooldown and they can't use this command, then we're going to send them a message saying you can't obtain the ultimate sword for another 10 seconds. And obviously this isn't going to be customized where it says 10 then 5 and then 4. It's just going to say 10 the whole time until it's over, because you can't specify unless you use integers with a repeating task, which I will show you in a later episode. But that is actually pretty much it. There isn't really anything else to do. Let's go ahead and build this UltimateSword. It's the same plugin, I just added on to it a little bit. So if you guys still have that plugin, you can go check that out. If you haven't seen that tutorial, go ahead and check out customizable item stacks where I create that plugin. So here we are right here, and let's go ahead and try this out. So we're going to reload. Let's go ahead and say /ultrasword, and there's the sword. And if we use it again, it's going to say you can't obtain the ultimate sword for another 10 seconds. So there you guys go. And if we use it, there it is again, and it's going to keep doing that. And let's wait 5 seconds and use it again. So you can see it's only going to say 10 seconds, but after 10 seconds and you use it, you'll be able to get another one. So thank you guys for watching. That was a basic tutorial on delayed tasks. They are pretty useful sometimes, but I would say a repeating countdown is more useful than this, but they are still really useful if you want to do some small things that don't require tracking of the numbers, and they're much easier to do than doing a repeating task with integers. So there you guys go, and I will see you guys in episode 13 of the Bukkit coding tutorial series. See ya.